I learned about AVLF through a community gathering. I want to think it was like our neighborhood solstice celebration. And our neighborhood networkers, Kiyomi Rollins over at the Connect, introduced me to Cole Thaller, who I believe at the time was the managing attorney for the Saturday Lawyers Program. And we just got to talking. And what I think it says about AVLF is that they are visible in the community. They are active in the community, not just as a nonprofit, but just as normal people, their neighbors, who care about their neighbors and want to see them not taken advantage of. In 2023, my son went to take a shower, and the wall, not just the tiles fell away from the wall, but the wall fell away from the wall in my shower. And, and so that created a maintenance issue. But when my son told me and I went and looked, I saw mold on the backside of the wall and saw that the wall itself had been drenched in water over time, where the mold had proliferated, and then the drywall had deteriorated. Right, it had gotten so saturated with water it had fallen apart. And I was in a position, 2023, we were in the middle of a pandemic, and my particular industry had taken a financial downturn, and I didn't know what options I had. And I remembered Cole and reached out to him. When the wall had fallen apart, it was September of the year. And by this point, it was November when I reached out to AVLF because I hadn't been able to get any resolution. I had a hole in my wall with mold, black mold, and no repair, no any kind of thing, and just the can was getting kicked further and further down the road. AVLF jumped in. AVLF helped with the writing of a letter that was a kind of take care of this, or we'll have to take it to court letter. And then it so happened that the thing can dragged on longer and longer. And by May of the next year, so that's 2024, we had to go to court. AVLF was able to get an injunction for me that should have made the homeowners take care of the problem. They spent the entire summer. I stayed at my home the entirety of the summer to allow for maintenance people to come, and the work did not get done in the way that it should have been done. It didn't get done properly. And so then, that then code enforcement got involved, and and AVLF worked with me the entire time. They held my hand through the entire process. I learned more about legal things than I thought I ever would. The limits of legal action, right? Like, it's not like what you see on television. But then also the fact that this is why you need representation, because these are people who know what can be done and what can't be done. It took 20 months to resolve the situation. AVLF walked with me the entire way, and we're able to negotiate a settlement. I did have to move, but with the settlement, that made that easier to do in a market that was very different than when I had moved into my other home. Right, prices had gone up as a result of COVID and other market forces. So even that, to have AVLF think about, like, what is it going to take, not just so that you can resolve the situation, but also so that you have the ability to adjust to the changes that exist in the world. That was extremely helpful. AVLF helps even the playing field, because large landowners have lawyers on staff who know how to get out of things. AVLF knows how to hold people accountable And if accountability is what you need, then you need someone like Atlanta Volunteer Lawyers Foundation.